drop in class as it's exiting the 2 of the year, coming back to the 1 of the year. The horse is 5-2 favorite on the morning line, my top pick. Now, number 4, Lizzie's Lure, is 5-1. This one exits the same kind of race that he is in today, where he was second, beaten 4 lengths, and is another one that made a big, bold move, then kind of flattened out late, the last 100 yards or so, but did run well, and the horse runs well here over the track always. The horse is a 14-time starter over the track, has 2 wins, 4 seconds, 1/3, and Rogelio Miranda up top with the return call this evening. I'm going to take a flyer here and take a big horse I think will be a price. Is 6-1 on the morning line. Number 5, Slickly Done. This one's taken a big drop in class. Now, he's a 4-time winner from 50 starts, made $150,000, has yet to race on the synthetic, but he loves the turf. And this horse is kind of all over the entry box when he's entered. He's either an Indiana breds or a starter, turf, dirt, but I think the horse does his best on the turf so far. Now, he's never raced on the synthetic. The horse has been facing much tougher than any of these in here. I think he's going to be a price. I'm going to use him. The class drop kind of scares me a little bit. That's why I put him in the 3rd spot, but I think we'll add some value to your exotics. 7-4-5 in race number 1 for me. Now, race number 2 from Turfway starts the 50-cent pick 4. Pick 4's paid pretty good last night. The late pick 4, I think, paid $700 and something, and pretty short prices for the most part. I think maybe one horse paid $10 or $12, but race 2 starts at, it's just a 14% takeout, minimal takeout there, and we've been getting some fairly sizable pools here because of that low takeout and because of this good quality racing, these full fields. It adds a lot of value to these wagers, so if you can just be right one time, you'll be rewarded very well. Now, it starts in race 2. It's an early one, races 2, 3, 4, 5, and this race is a maiden filly and mare, 30 down to 20 to go 6.5 furlongs. 8-5 on the morning line. Sugar Love, I wish he had drawn a little bit further outside, but I'm going to take a shot. A couple horses inside did win last night going short. So Sugar Love on the class drop. She's a 3-year-old bay daughter by Candy Ride, coming from the G. Watts Humphrey Jr. and Matthew Martinez connections, and Alvin Jimenez with a pair of wins on the card, sitting at the top of the standings, has the call. This one has been facing much tougher, has started 9 times yet to win, but on the class drop, been keeping good company. Even that last race where she was 7th, she was only beaten 3 lengths. She ran a good number, and I think a repeat of any race on her entire program will get it done here tonight in race 2. Sugar Love, 8-5 on the morning line, the horse to beat. I think Gracely's in with a shot. That's number 6, comes from the Ben Colebrook stable. Declan Cannon has the call. This is another one who is dropping just a little bit in class. She did drop last start when exiting a 4th place finish for the maiden special weight. She jammed in for the 40, was 4th, beaten 7 lengths. That was at Aqueduct on the inner, and I think this horse is another one that is always there, shows right up. It's a check getter. She's yet to break her maiden, obviously, but she's 4 for 8 in the money. She's going to be right there. She's 5-1, and I think she's the 2nd best horse in the race. Then I'll go for number 5, Take Charge Khaki. She was claimed 3 starts back where she was 3rd, beaten 2 lengths, going long for the $30,000 level. Then she didn't race for several months, and when she came back, they entered her for the 30, 6th, beaten 7 lengths. Then they took a shot at the straight maiden ranks here on the first week of racing, and she made the pace and faded. That was going a mile and 16th. She's going to turn back to the 6.5 furlongs. And I think she's a must-use. She's about to take charge. Indy, coming from a good barn, Jeff Barkley knows how to win and how to get one ready. And on the turn back, I think that will benefit the horse. Has a trip over the track. We have seen some trends so far this meet where the horses that are stabled here, training here, and working here, they have a little bit of an edge. So Take Charge Khaki, I'm going to use her for 3rd, 2-6-5. That's race 2, starting the early pick 4. Now, I spoke earlier of the 3rd race starting the single 6 jackpot, and that is a 20-cent base bet. Again, 20-cent minimum wager. Must have the only ticket containing 6 winners to receive the full pool. If not, the multiple winning tickets, however, will split 90% of the pool. The remaining 10% comes back to the next day. But it's a good bet. It gets a sizable pool, pays out a lot of money if you're right, and if you're the only guy, it's going to pay out great. So 20-cent base bet starts here in race number 3, and it is a filly and mare 2 since December 19th of last year. So whoever won 2 races in the last calendar year to go 6 furlongs. No scratches in here in race number 3. Actually, there are 2 scratches. Sorry, the 3rd race, the 2 and 8 are out now, the 2 and 8. So I end up going for number 3, Shameless Fi. She's a 5-year-old by Discreetly Mine. One-time Turfway winner. She likes the distance. She's a 3-time winner for 18 at the distance. And I think this is one that to get a pretty good pace set up. She's been training here at the track. I do think the race is wide open. So if you're playing and you're going to single the Matt Martinez piece in the second race or even go short that leg, you want to spread this race because there's a number of horses that can win. And I'm using number 3, Shameless Fi, on top. I think she has a big chance in here. Then I'm going to go to the outside, number 11, Triple Kapalua. She's on the turn back. She raced up and after the pace last start, faded to beat 15 lengths, now turns back to go the 6 furlongs. We saw a horse last night from the Barb Riley stable, kind of similar pattern. The horse is well beaten. They dropped a little bit in class, turned the horse back, and she upset the apple cart, beating the favorite there in the ending leg of the early pick 5. So Triple Kapalua is kind of the same trend. She's a daughter of Tapazar. And I think that she's well placed tonight by Rick Hiles. Now, the horse for the course, and if she didn't draw the 1 hole, I would have put her on top. That's a number 1 prom theme, veteran 10-year-old by Noble Causeway. All she does is win at Turfway. She's made 41 starts here, has 10 wins, 14 seconds, and 4/3, so 28 for 41, 1, 2, 3. She's made over $200,000, 19-time winner in all. She likes the distance. She has a lot of upside. The only thing I don't like is the rail, but she's a very good horse, and she seems to be in good form right now. Been working very well and was a winner, dominant winner, 2 starts back with apprentice Kendall Starrett, 3-11-1 for me in race number 3. Now the 4th race from Turfway is a 2 of the year going short. 2 of the year going short. We'll take out the also eligibles, and this race is definitely one you want to use as many combinations as possible. If you're playing a double, a pick 3, pick 4, I think it's wide open as far as my opinion. Now, it doesn't start anything. It does start a pick 3 and a double, and it's involved in the pick 4s and pick 5s as well. It's a second leg of the single 6, so you want to be right here if you can. And I'm going to go with a 10-1 shot on top. It shows how wide open the race is. Number 7, Flat Out Fast. Only raced here one time at Turfway, and has raced another time on the synthetic up at Arlington and was beaten off 58 lengths. But this one, I think, making the class drop and is in, to put it bluntly, in a class of field that isn't real talented or isn't at least in top form currently. So number 7, Flat Out Fast. I think this horse merits a slight edge in here and gets Jose Riquelme, a very good rider, up top. Now this one I think will get a good stalking position here on the turn back in race number 4. Now number 1, Swamp Ruler, is another one making a class drop. I like this horse's chances in here. This is one to be rallying from a little bit off the pace. Luan Machado knows how to ride this racetrack. He's already won a few races at the meet. He was a leading jockey here at both meets last year, and Swamp Ruler has a good rail draw to close in. Now, the 6 furlong distance I don't like. I think the race will set up for the horse. He doesn't have a lot of speed anyway, so if Luan can just get the horse, get him out off and out in the clear and get the horse to relax and save some for the final couple of furlongs, Swamp Ruler at 8-1 is worth a play. Now for third, number 9, Saints Bro. This one likes Turfway. That's my angle for this one. 8 starts with 2 wins, and this one will be up and after the pace. Coming off of freshening, hasn't raced since October at Indiana, but did post a mile workout here on December 7th. So I know the horse is going to be tight coming from the Green Hill stable, and Saints Bro I'm going to use in the 3rd position. Another price play, 6-1, 719 for me in race number 4. We're halfway through the card, race fans. At this time, we're going to take a little break. And I'll ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Turfway Park. At this time, if you'll take out your racing programs, we'll go over tonight's late program changes. 8 races on this Thursday card. First post in 26 minutes. Polytrack is fast. First race, start of the pick 5, just 15% takeout. Jockey change on number 1, Kielbasa. Make the rider Rodney Prescott. Prescott picks up the plane 1, Kielbasa. Overweight on the 6, Bro. The apprentice is 3 pounds overweight. Scratch number 9, Calm Pacific. And scratch number 10, Special Concoction. Second race starts the 14% takeout, 50 cent early pick 4, and there are no changes. Race 2 is clear. If you'll turn to race number 3, start of the single 6, with that $3,166 carryover in the single 6. Scratch number 2, Morgan's David, and scratch the 8, Dissension. Numbers 2 and 8 out of the third. Fourth race from the track. Overweight on number 11, Kitten for Granny. That jockey is 5 pounds overweight. Again, the apprentice is 5 pounds overweight. Scratch the also eligibles, number 13, Super Touch, and number 14, Mayhawk. 13-14 scratched from race 4. Fifth race from the track, the 50-cent pick 4 starts here on the final 4 races on the card. 14% takeout. Race 5 sponsored by Northern Kentucky Labor Council, and simply scratch the also eligibles, 13 Sky Snow and scratch 14 Diamond Hill. Numbers 13-14 out of the 5th. No changes in the 6. If you turn to the 7th race, start of the late double, there are a pair of scratches in race 7. Scratch number 4, Anna's Fast, and scratch the 5, Flatter Me Please. 7th race, scratch numbers 4 and 5. Eighth and final race with the $1,166 high 5 carryover. Jockey change on the 6, El Commendatore to Virginia Torme. Virginia Torme picks up the 6. Scratch the 11, US Millennium. Scratch 13, Illum, and the 14 Southern Humor draws in. The 14 draws in off the also will race. Ladies and gentlemen, those are changes at this time. Any changes coming in throughout the balance of the program, I'll get those to you as they do so. 24 minutes, race 1. Good luck. Welcome back to the pre-race show, race fans. Jimmy Mack coming to you from the 3rd floor studio live here at Turfway. Currently 23 minutes to post. Prior to the anthem, we got through the first 4 races on the card. We'll pick up and look at the final 4 races on this 8-race program. And the 5th race, sponsored by Northern Kentucky Labor Council, starts at late pick 4. Good quality maiden filly 2-year-old special weight. The purse $46,000, and they'll go a mile. My top pick, number 6, She's a Deal. She's a 2-year-old daughter by Union Rags, coming from the Helen Pitts Blasi stable. And Joe Rocco Jr., very good rider, has the call. Now this one ran a very game race on debut, and was left with a lot to do at top of the lane. I was concerned if this horse was going to get there, and the horse did run on, and she fought very well to be second, beaten 5 3/4 lengths. And Joe Rocco Jr., like I said, has the call today. She hasn't raced since that race on November 9th, but if you'll see on the work tab, she has 3 works since then, all at Churchill Downs, most recently 101 and 2 drill back on December 8th. She's a Deal. My top pick, 4-1. For second, number 12, Unforeseen. This is a filly racing for Dennis Farkas and Ian Wilkes. Now, Albin Jimenez has the call. She was 5th on debut, came back at Keeneland on the stretch out, Kentucky Downs was 2nd, beaten 4 lengths to a very, very good field. And then in her subsequent start at Keeneland was 3rd, beaten 2 lengths as the beaten favorite, but unforeseen as she's drawn to the outside. That doesn't concern me, though. I think there's a little bit of speed to the inside of her. She'll be able to save some ground onto the run the clubhouse turn for Albin Jimenez. Now, number 9, River Cane, is a daughter of Awesome again for the Walking Hill Thoroughbreds. That's a partnership owned by Scott Leeds. Now, this one trained by Kenny McPeak. Luan Machado has the call. Kenny has 2 in here. He also has the 1, Miss Important, and Kenny is hitting on all cylinders here at the track. The horses are run very well, and Luan Machado had his choice of the 2 yet again. We've seen that earlier on in the meet, and the one that he rode won. So I'm going to lead towards this one again. I think he's getting the top picks of the horses, and River Cane was 5th last start. I think River Cane will be a little more forwardly placed today. With that outside draw, I think she's going to have to go, and there's not a speed right to the inside of her too much. I think She's a Deal will be closer today, but Elizabeth T is going to be the one to catch, and to the inside, Miss Important. But I think River Cane should be sitting second flight, only just a few lengths off the lead at this 1 mile distance, 6:12.9. For me, that's opening leg of late pick 4. Now, the 6th race from Turfway is a good quality optional claimant allowance for the fillies and mares who have not won 2 races other than, or they could be entered for a claiming tag of $40,000. 6.5 furlongs is the distance. And race number 6, there are no changes. It's a field of 8, good quality, solid field here. I'm going to try to beat the morning line favorite, Busy Mischief. She is 5-2 and is on a 3-race win streak. She has a lot of upside. She was plucked out of her last start at Churchill for the quarter, came here and was a winner in a good quality race that day, but I'm going to try to beat her. There's a couple horses in here I like. The 5 Even Beat and the 8 Honey Parade. I'm going to put Honey Parade on top just because she's drawn to the outside. Declan Cannon has the call. Now, this one is coming off the shelf off a little bit of layoff. Emma Lister takes over the training services, and this one's training very well. She is the speed of the speed. Busy Mischief does have speed, but she's going to have her covered up to the outside and have her pinned down on the fence, and I think Honey Parade can just ride her own ticket from there. I'm using her on top. For second, number 5, Even Beat, I think she can win, and she's one that will be stalking. Martine Garcia is starting to learn this track and riding very well here. Mike Maker, they just had another winner yesterday. 3 wins from 14 starts. She's 5 for 14 in the money. Never raced on the synthetic, but she is training well here as you look to workouts back. She had a bullet first to 26 that day. That was a half-mile drill, 48. And 1 Even Beat, my second choice. Now, third, number 6, Sugar, Sugar, Sugar. This one loves this racetrack. She has raced 5 times here, has 2 wins, 1 second, 2 thirds. Cipriano Contreras, always a force to be reckoned with, and Joseph D. Ramos, apprentice, is riding very well here at the meeting. I'm going to draw a line through her last race. I think that was a much, much tougher race than this. She was bumped at the start and kind of trailed, and Sean Bridgman was up that day. Now gets the break in weight. Ramos knows this filly. He, in fact, won on her 2 starts back at Indiana and a 2 other than up there. Like I said, she knows this track. She likes this track. She's training very well here. She's another one that fired a bullet 2 workouts back here. The first of 66. She went a half mile 47 and 4 back on December 7th. So Sugar, Sugar, Sugar is the horse for the course. I have to use her on my ticket. 4-1, 8-5-6 for me. Race number 6. Race 7 is a 2-year-old optional claimant allowance, goes 6 furlongs. We lost 2 horses due to scratches. Numbers 4 and 5 are both out of here. And I'm going to go with number 7, Toma Toto. Toma Toto from the Mike Maker barn. I expect the 6 to take some money too. With Wesley's other horse out of here, obviously you're not going to get 3-1 on Maker, and you're not going to get 5-1 Joker on Jack, 9-5. You lose a lot of points on your line. So these odds will come down on number 7, Toma Toto. He's a son of English Channel, was a winner on debut. Now, Mike Maker wins everywhere he goes. He's not known for winning with 2-year-olds first time out, but he did win with this one. The horse laid from 5th, closed in to win. Very good field that was on debut at Churchill. He got a good number. English Channel horses run very well over this poly track here at Turfway. I think the horse is a single of the night, Toma Toto, in race 7. I will use the Ice Wine Stable and Wesley Ward charge of Joker on Jack, number 6, in my exacta wagers. Now, this one is a Son of Declaration of War and was impressive on debut at Keeneland as a 2-year-old first-time starter, as most Wesley Ward horses are when they make their debut there. And he thought enough of that one to take it over to England, where the horse was beaten 4 lengths and came back in a stake up at Woodbine and was fourth beaten 11 lengths. That was a very good field that day. And most recently at Churchill, off that layoff, the horse showed some pace, fought on, and did box on well to be third, beaten 5 lengths. Axiomo was the winner that day. Johnny Unleashed, I think, was from the Eric Foster barn, if I'm not mistaken. It was second. But Joker on Jack, I think, is the second best horse in this race. After that, I think you can just put them all in a hat and pick out one for third. And I end up picking the one out of the hat was a 15-1 shot, Super Valentine. This one, most recent winner at Churchill. We'll get a good stalking position, and we'll have some pace to run at, well drawn to the outside at 7-6-8 for me in race 7. Race number 8 has that high 5 carryover just shy of $1,200. It is a maiden and claimer $5,000 to go a mile. This is one race that I think you'll need to spread as well if your budget will allow you here in the 8th. Now, I like number 1, Toronto. I don't like the inside draw. Even though it is going long, I'm going to use number 4 on top of Fleet Moment. I think this is the best horse. Now, the horse is making the biggest drop you can in horse racing, straight maiden to the $5,000 level, and Chelsea Cody with a winner already at the meet for Curtis Cody. This one co-owned by Sean Cody. Luan Machado has the call. If this horse is anywhere near 80%, I think he handles this field. He's a 3-year-old son of Uncle Mo on the class drop. Good series of works at Churchill, and I think a Fleet Moment is worth every bit of 4-1 for me. Second, number 1, Toronto, son of Gio Ponte. Now, this one is a 14-time maiden, but he likes to run second. In fact, four times he's been second, so I'm going to use this one on my ticket. He's making a class drop coming in from South Florida. He's 3-1 and is my second choice. For third, number 8, Triple Cognac. Now, Michelle Nihei sends us an out. Martin Garcia has the call. This one raced for $10,000 at Churchill last start. Kind of dueled up and after the pace and was in a dogfight and kind of spit the bit. And I think this horse will be forwardly placed again tonight. I don't know how much company he'll have on the front end on the stretch out going a mile. I think a Fleet Moment off the layoff on the class drop will show some speed, maybe Toronto a little bit, but Triple Cognac is drawn to the outside of them. If it's a big speed duel, I think Martin Garcia can just take off those two and sit and try to come rolling late. If there's not enough speed, the horse will go, and Triple Cognac for 6-1 odds on the morning line, I'm going to use in my third position. Don't forget, race 8 has that high 5 carryover. Well, that's the way I see him in this 8-race card. I'll be back later on to give out the Single 6 in the late pick 4. Currently 14 minutes to post. The horses are in the paddock being saddled. Good luck tonight.